France, it wasn't pretty, and one could argue given the expectations of this squad, a pair of one-goal victories against noticeably lesser opponents should concern if not panic Didier Deschamps given his side's lackadaisical play in attack and their enormous talent. Regardless of that though, France has joined Russia and Uruguay as teams qualified for the last 16 with a win or draw against Denmark will top the group, which is all that can be asked at this stage of the tournament. More good news for Les Blues is that Paul Pogba looked brilliant today, winning aerials, helping set up Kylian Mbappe's goal, succeeding in his tackles, and being everywhere he was needed today. N'Golo Kanté also put in a solid shift covering for the back line against Peru's persistent attacking efforts. Up next is Denmark, who need only a point to qualify for the knockout stages themselves, which could make for a snore when they meet on Tuesday. Croatia, the other team who clinched their berth to the knockout stages while firmly in the driver's seat for their group on the day, made waves when manager Zlatko Dalic said playing Argentina would be the easiest game in Group D, which raised a few eyebrows. With the final whistle blown in that fixture, assuming they can't put 4 past Iceland in the final game, Dalic may find his prediction is backed up by facts. It wasn't the most entertaining game. At times it looked more like wrestling than soccer, but with defensive organization, clinical finishing and a little luck, the men in the checkerboard kits find themselves with 6 points and a 5-goal differential with one match to go in the group. If Nigeria and Iceland draw tomorrow, they will be guaranteed the top slot in the group and go against whoever finishes runner-up in Group C. Losers Peru, Los Incas came into the tournament off the emotional high of having Captain Paulo Guerrero's drug ban reduced and played inspired. In their 2 matches against Denmark and France, they have controlled the majority of possession and blasted a combined 27 shots. The problem? Only 8 of these were on target, and Christian Cueva's penalty miss in the Denmark game is still probably orbiting the low atmosphere around Mordovia Arena. The missed chance that doomed them today against Les Blues came in the 31st minute off Guerrero's left foot, only to die courtesy of Hugo Lloris making a fantastic play. Adding insult to rotten luck is that Mbappe scored the lone goal of the match off a tricky bounce played in by Pogba and Giroud only 3 minutes later. They played with fight, they played with energy and created plenty of chances, but such is the cruelty of soccer that the men in the white kit with the red stripe have nothing to show for it but a chance to play spoiler against Australia. Willy Caballero, it feels slightly unfair to single out Willy Caballero given that as a whole Argentina played atrociously, and on 2 of the Croatia goals his defenders left him exposed. However, in a cynical and outright ugly affair with a referee who lost control of the game, there were nearly 40 fouls. The lasting image will be of Argentine goalkeeper Willy Caballero. In what one might sarcastically assume was an effort to mimic Lloris Kyrus, he threw the ball close enough to winger Ante Rebic for the 24-year-old winger to stick his leg out and put it in the back of the net for the opening goal. Compounding his misery was a Luka Modric effort from outside the box that effectively killed the game in the 80th minute. The coup de grace was Ivan Rakitic taking advantage of Caballero being out of position in the 91st minute and getting a wide-open net to pip the ball in for the third. Argentina's hopes of advancing are now slim. The best result for them would be a draw between Iceland and Nigeria tomorrow to keep their hopes alive. Much of the blame should rest on Caballero's shoulders.